welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for liking the last video and subscribing and just getting in touch. Really, it's been really lovely hearing from you, and a lot of you aren't subscribed, so please just simply click subscribe and notifications and you'll get the latest updates when I do them, because I am trying to do one a week. I know I was a bit slack, there's been so much going on, so I do try and get one vlog out a week. So yeah, if you're interested in TTCing or you just want a little bit of advice on breastfeeding or just having a big family, perhaps I'm your girl, because I'm TTCing for my 6th baby. My husband and I have already got 5. We've got 2 girls, 3 boys. We're sort of semi-gender swaying pink, but now because we've been trying for 18 months, we're not fussed what we have. We're just doing that bit for a bit of fun, if you like. So if you like anything to do with gender swaying pink, you might like to go back on the old videos and see what they're about. But yeah, we've also sadly had 2 miscarriages since we've been trying. So it's not the seed's not there, the egg's not there. It's just a case of either we're getting the timing totally wrong, perhaps I'm having a bit of trouble implantation wise, so I might need a bit of progesterone, or perhaps my eggs are slightly lesser quality than what they were 4 years ago when I had my lovely 5th baby, which was a girl. So yeah, there's a lot going on, but definitely if you've experienced mid-cycle bleed, vitamin deficiency, anything like that, do go back on my channel, because I have, although we've been trying 18 months, like I say, we've fallen pregnant twice, miscarried twice. I have had a mid-cycle bleed, which was because of an iron deficiency, we think. I've also had little ups and downs, so it's worth definitely following me and watching the videos, because it could well help you or a friend who's also TTCing. But anyway, as you guys know, I started the supplements that I found out on Louise Eastman's channel that were great for getting your eggs really tip-top condition. Those COQ10 tablets, along with the omega supplements and the folic acid, is meant to be recommended by fertility doctors all over, and she was recommended to take a 900mg dose, which is 3 tablets in the highest purity and the high absorption, which are available on Amazon. If you go back on my last 2 videos, I say all about it on there, and perhaps you could start trying too. She's only like in her mid-30s. She's 33, lovely lady, got 3 beautiful girls, but the last pregnancy she was recommended to take them. I don't know whether she was trying for a long time, I'm not sure, but anyway, she tried this combination, it worked for her, she recommended on her vlog about it, and since then she has had so many people who's been TTCing for anything from 2 years to 8 years to 10 years, and they've fallen pregnant literally within 1 to 3 cycles. It's been amazing. So that brings me on to my little journey. So I started taking these tablets now, I think I've been on them for about 3 weeks. Today I am cycle day. It's gone so quick, it really has. I was getting all ready with my info. I'm cycle day 21. It's Monday the 13th of July today. I ovulated, I think, around day 16. Reason being why I say I think, I was being really loose with my OPK strips. I sort of started doing them a day 8, day 9, and they were candy pink squinters, cheap ones that I get, 5 for £1 in the pound shop. I sometimes do digitals, but I'm laying off those at the moment because of the expense, and also they're very time consuming. So yeah, I've just been using the really cheap OPKs. I started doing them on day 8, and then I did them day 9, and there was nothing on them, and so I sort of gave it a miss. And then day 11, which is recommended if you've got a 28-29 day cycle, started testing, they got candy pink. Day 13, I felt really niggly, like I was going to ovulate, but no CM. So I was thinking, I don't know why I'm getting I sort of had ovulation pain one side, but no CM at all. So it was sort of ringing alarm bells that probably I wasn't ovulating. Did a test, and again, I did 2 that day, one at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and one at 6, because you really need to do your OPKs in the afternoon with at least a 3-hour hold of pee. You only do your morning urine if you're using the digital advanced by Clear Blue, and maybe the pink digital Clear Blue ones. Look on the instructions, but with the cheap OPKs you use mid afternoon pee, and then you start testing 2 a day as the line gets darker. I know my body really well. I know that when I get that niggle one side, the next day I usually get the CM, and it lasts about 2 days, my ovulation pain. I know that that's when my LH surge is detected anyway, and it normally falls bang on with what the OPK strips say, and I'm quite fortunate that I'm really in tune with my body. I always have been, plus the last 6 years I've been keeping diaries of it all anyway. Anyhow, got niggly on day 13, thought I was going to ovulate, but I didn't. So I just kept, I think I did another OPK. Let me have a look. I did an OPK strip on day 15, and it was getting darker, but not the same colour as the line. As soon as it's the same colour of the line, that's when you've got to get baby dancing. And then when it goes the shade darker, that means you're normally 12 to 24 hours away from releasing the egg. So the LH surd is telling the egg, come, 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 we're all ready for you. And that is when it can come out anytime between 12 and 48 hours. So the good thing is you should start baby dancing then if you want to full. Really, the 5 days over your fertile time is the time you should baby dance. Every other day is perfect because it gets the strength of the seed up. Every day you can do, but it sometimes doesn't benefit you because then the semen becomes quite weak, and also it becomes more of a job to sort of conceive. It becomes more baby dancing than having fun. So we have done that before. We've gone full at it for 5 days over my fertile period and I didn't fall. It seems to be we do it when we feel like and make sure that we get at least the fertile times. But when you get the spike on the ovulation stick, if you do it that day and the day after, that's quite good to seal the deal. And if you're baby swaying for a girl, you don't want to do it. You want to really get your baby dancing the day before that. Hang on one sec, I've got World War III kicking off downstairs. Hang on. Sorry about that. We've just had a jam-packed day today. We've literally been at my mum's for a few hours, had tea in the garden with her, had a lovely walk round where she lives near a quay and a harbour, dropped my little girl off to a picnic with her friend in the park, which she's at now, and then come home. And I've said, right, we had quite a lot of sunshine and fresh air now, so have an hour downstairs. But it's the dreaded computer games when I do give them their hour, because they're such different age groups. They've got to play something that everyone can play, so all ages. So when they're on that and it's the 14-year-old, the 8-year-old and the 5-year-old, they play FIFA and it's quite competitive. And yeah, the 5-year-old was a bit upset. So anyway, going back to the ovulation sticks, I retested on day 15. It was dark, but not as dark as the control line. And we know when it's that darkness, you've got to start baby dancing. And when it goes darker than the control line, that is when you're at your peak. Obviously, like I was saying, if you're baby swaying pink, you want to sort of do it when it gets dark, your baby dance, but then leave it, because that's normally going to be 24 hours to 48 hours before your fertile time. And when you're baby swaying pink, they do say, and it's only a theory, stop baby dancing 2 days, at least 2 days before ovulation, just to give it a chance. But it's all theory. It's worked for me and I believe it's true, but it's theory. Okay, so anyway, day 15 had lots of ovulation CM, loads of it, real stretchy sort of. I don't go really stretchy, obviously that's in your 20s and early 30s. It goes woo, and it's really sort of egg white. If you think of egg white between your fingers, you stretch it, it can go quite crazy. But as you get a little bit older, you sort of get probably about that sort of consistency. TMI, but it just gives you an idea. That's the fertile CM you're looking for, the sort of stretchy. You don't want it gloopy. That is not the right CM. It's when you go really, when you go for the loo, again TMI, but when you wipe and it goes, it's really slippery, that is, go for it for your baby dancing. That is your fertile CM. And I had that on day 15. So like I say, day 13 I was niggly but no CM. My OPK was very light still. Missed day 14, tested day 15 and it was getting darker, and my ovulation, I didn't really have a lot of pain. So then I'm thinking, oh, perhaps I ovulated between day 14 and day 15 because I didn't test. And then, you know, your OPK can go light within a few hours. You can literally have a super dark OPK strip, and then when you test 12 hours later it can go light again, because you're, like I say, the fertile time can go any time between 12 and 48 hours. So it's just best to regularly baby dance as often as you can through the month really, but making sure you hit at least a few days out of the 5 most fertile days. That's just advice I've read online, by the way, not medically trained, as you know. So day 16 I had the mild ovulation pain. I sort of got it about 11 AM. I'm going on my diary here. 11 AM, on a scale of 1, 10 being painful, I was on a 7, and the CM was still there. So that's when I knew, yeah, I've had CM all of day 15, all of 16. So I tested with afternoon P and OPK strip, and it was dark, but it wasn't as dark as it was probably about 1 shade lighter than the control line. So I thought, you know what, I know that I'm going to peak later on today or early on day 17. And like I say, I didn't test anymore. I knew in my heart that was what, because it was the way I was feeling. And like I say, the CM normally lasts 12 to 48 hours, that stretchy fertile CM, and it was just that. So yeah, I ovulated day 16, day 17 this month. Again, because of your luteal phase and the whole, you want the lining nice and sumptuous, ready to implant that egg. You really don't want to ovulate earlier than day 11. I mean, 11 is probably the earliest you want to ovulate if you can help it, but nature works in all sorts of ways, as we know. I have ovulated before on day 10. I have a regular cycle, 28, 29 day, but you can ovulate at any time. They just pull day 14 out the air, but you can have a regular cycle and ovulate anytime. That's why these OPKs are so popular. But yeah, you might be really lucky and say, no, the last 3 years, day 14's when I ovulate, and that might be so, but you can ovulate different times. They say it's best to ovulate after 11 days or more, because mid-cycle gives that lovely estrogen time to build up, which is the lining of your womb, which will actually take your egg and stick it on the side ready for implantation. If there's no sumptuous lining there, then there's nothing for the egg to embed in. So if you sort of have ovulation day 9, day 10, chances are it won't implant very successfully, and you will miscarry if you do have a pregnancy, because it might be that you suffer a chemical or something like that, because you do need a good time for that estrogen and that lovely lining to build. And without babbling on, your period is usually anything from 3 to 6 days. And then you think you have a break of a couple of days for your body to get over that, and then from day 7, 8 that lining starts building up, and it needs a good week or two to get lovely and thick and fibrous. And that's how it works basically. So your luteal phase really helps if it's 12 days to 16 days. That's what they say in all the medical books. So yeah, I have stressed before when I've done an OPK. It was after my mid-cycle bleed. Again, go back on my videos, I have mentioned it. One day I ovulated and I was at my peak on day 11. I got the flashy face day 10 and ecstatic on day 11. So I literally ovulated day 11, and it wasn't enough time for anything. So I knew I wouldn't be successful. So yeah, that's why they say mid-cycle is good to sort of do your baby dancing. You get 5 fertile days, like a period of. So anyway, I ovulated day 16, day 17, which is great. That's around mid-cycle. You know, I'm a 28, 29 day cycle. So I would expect, rule of thumb, I ovulate normally between day 13 and day 15. So I wasn't worried about that at all. Baby dancing wise, it was quite good this time. We sort of really did have a bit of fun with it. I wasn't too stressy either. We did it day 8, day 10. Day 12, day 14, notice the pattern, it's every other day, and then we got one in on the day 16, and that's how we did it. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I might be ovulating on day 15, shall I, you know, I was a bit, shall we get a few more in? But we did it quite sporadical, quite spaced out, and I was quite pleased. Although I will say the day 12 one that we done was so quick and non-event, and I was a bit panicked because I had to get up in the night for the kids several times. So I was thinking, if I ovulated around that time, if, you know, it's always a guess, isn't it, anyway, even if you have OPK strips, no one knows for certain unless they have a scan, I suppose, because the OPKs are just an idea. But as I was feeling definite ovulation day 15, around day 16, sorry, to day 17. So yeah, but day 12 when we did a baby dance, I was like, gosh, I don't think this baby dancing is going to pay off, because I was up all night long, literally, with my little girl. One of them had a tummy bug, and yeah, it was quite a nightmare. We've had quite good health, but this last week we've had, where it's so hot and light, even though we've got blackout blinds, the kids are not wanting to settle on their usual bedtime. So I've had a couple of weeks of them not settling, which has been a nightmare. Even though they're getting loads of exercise, loads of fresh air, loads of activities, loads of schoolwork, you know, I can't leave the windows open, I just won't, for safety reasons. So I put their blinds and their blackout curtains, but it's still a little bit light, and they like pitch black, my children. So yeah, we've done a bit of bedtime reading to try and settle them. Health wise, I feel really good. I hope you've seen my Insta post, Ingrid Ingy Mum Love. I've been doing lots of smoothies. I've had 1 a day without fail, sometimes 2 a day. I've mixed them up. I've been using my base as... Sorry guys, I've got to wrap this up. No storage left. Basically, I was just saying, keep my bases very simple with a smoothie: coconut water, root ginger, and then I just add as much greens and goodness as I can. And I think the smoothies and the plant-based diets really help me. I'm hoping all of that with the vitamins will give me a successful pregnancy. Love to all. Please remember to subscribe and ping on notifications, and I will update you soon. But sorry I've had to cut this so short, just no storage left. But I love you loads, and follow me on Instagram as well. See you later. Bye guys.